Please welcome the fighters as they make their way to the cage from the red corner. From Omaha, Nebraska, please welcome Brandon, the prima donna Sheard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent from San Diego, California. Give it up for Roger Ricky Contreras.
Yeah. Escondido, I think, Rancho Penasquito, something like that. For a long time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to From the Stampede here in the beautiful city of Temecula, California. Tonight, GXF is proud to present Grappling Next Fighting 8. We'll begin tonight's the first bout of the evening, set for 3 rounds of fighting in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, out of the red corner, specializing in wrestling, his amateur record stands 1 win with 1 defeat. 75 contentions tall, he went in officially at 204.5 pounds. Representing Alliance MMA and fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, give it up for Brandon, the prima donna Sheard. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner across the cage to my right, a brawler, making his amateur debut this evening, 76 inches tall. He went in officially at 197 solid pounds, representing Arsenal MMA and fighting out of San Diego, California, introducing Roger Contreras. And the referee in charge of the action is Ed Edwards. Which is daily fans all times and
All right, everybody, this is Brian Peoplebrink sitting here along my partner, Elias Gallegos, and this is Grappling Next Fighting 8. We got our first fight of the night. We have Brandon, the prima donna Sheard, fighting out of Alliance, taking on Roger Records Contreras, fighting out of Arsenal MMA in San Diego, California. How you doing, Elias?
I'm doing really good. Excited to be here for the fights and as the first one gets underway.
We have Brandon Sheard in the red, Contreras in the blue. This is a light heavyweight matchup.
I've actually trained a little bit with Brandon before at Victory MMA and Fitness. A really good wrestler, hard to sweep, hits really, really hard. There you go. Down from his wrestling right into the cage. Brandon's going to be difficult to deal with from this position. He knows how to use his weight effectively, knows how to get up and throw those punches from inside the guard. He probably won't really try to pass here, but he likes to punish from inside the guard. Let's see what he does here. Looks like Roger's looking for a setup. Keeping his guard closed. Now it's open. Should be trying to turn on and try to wall walk off the guard or off the cage right there, using his feet to push away. Possibly try to get a sweep or at least get back to his feet.
You know, sometimes it can be really intimidating. You know, Contreras is making his debut tonight, and right now, basically, he's being put in there with an experienced wrestler. And wrestlers, you know, just because they don't have a high record of fights, doesn't mean that they don't have experience. They know how to use their weight, they know how to use their base, and they know how to crush you. And coming in here in your first fight, facing that kind of pressure, that could be a little bit intimidating.
Yeah, and usually wrestlers have done, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of tournaments, depending on how far they took their wrestling. So being in there in a crowd, in a big crowd in front of a lot of people, it's not going to really affect the wrestler as it would somebody who just maybe just started learning how to fight within the last year, you know, coming into the amateur style type of fighting. And especially with the ring time being, or the cage time being only a few minutes long, it really favors the wrestler as we see Brandon just kind of grinding out Contreras, scoring from the top position. There's not too many seconds left here, and Brandon's going to win this round.
Absolutely. So what kind of adjustments does Contreras need to make in the second round?
I think he was actually trying to do them. It's just that Brandon knows how to use his weight so effectively. You see Contreras was actually trying to use his foot on the cage.
This is designed to eliminate the possibility of the loss of any winner. Once again, now this is a review of the fight.
Contreras was actually trying to use his foot on the cage to set up a type of sweep. He actually even was thinking and looking for an armbar there when he was on this side of the cage. And actually was able to escape a little bit, I mean, just using kind of strength on a bridge, but he has to scramble more. They have to take in mind that the rounds are only 2 minutes long, and once you get taken down, especially by a wrestler, you have to do everything you can. If you know you're not a submission fighter, everything you can, get a foot on the hip, try to create some space, and stand back up.
Well, we'll see if he can do that, or if he can avoid the takedown altogether in round two. We're about to start that round right now.
Gonna look for Brandon to get another takedown here. He feels really comfortable on the ground. I'm looking at Roger's style, and his style is brawler, so it doesn't leave much to talk about. He's not really swinging. Looks like he's trying to just take his time. Little low kick there. But the problem he's having is he's standing right in front of Brandon. Brandon's a big, strong boy. He's coming down from heavyweight. Used to be around 230. So he's used to taking punches from Brandon Vera, big, strong, heavy guys. He's just taking his time, and he's waiting for the perfect time to get up to set up that takedown.
But like you said, in amateur fighting, the rounds are only 2 minutes, so Contreras needs to get busy. He needs to do something. He's already down 1-0.
Brandon with a vicious spinning back fist there. If that would have connected, that would have spelled trouble. You can see a little bit of his teammate Dominic Cruz and those little steps he was just taking right now.
Now, Contreras is fighting out of Arsenal MMA in San Diego. That's a newer MMA gym. They don't have the big stars like Victory and Alliance do, but they do train pretty hard.
And now they both start going after it. Brandon with a nice takedown, nice throw actually, right into guard, working his strikes. What I'd like to see more from Brandon though here is when that guard does open, I'd like to see him pass more, try to get to a better position, a more solid position, side control, knee on stomach, maybe even mount. But the opportunity has come up where Contreras opens his guard like it is now, and Brandon's not trying to pass. He's just kind of content staying in there and delivering damaging punches.
Well, I think Contreras just caught a break there, kicked him off. Didn't have any time left to do anything with it. But I think, Brandon won that round as well, so Contreras is going to need to look for a finish.
Contreras is going to have to do what he did in the later part of that round, is come out and start swinging. Just swinging for the fences now. He knows if he gets taken down, he's going to lose this last round. I hope his corner is telling him to come out, angle, use his footwork. He was kind of not frustrating Brandon with those low kicks, but they were making Brandon think before he would take that shot. And he only threw 2 or 3. Hope he comes out, throws a few more low kicks, sets him up with his striking, and leaves it all in this 3rd round here, because if not, he's definitely going to lose this fight.
No, I like to see Contreras, try to use that jab more. I mean, he is 6'2". Brandon Sheard is only 5'10". Maybe he can stick something and maybe land something. Like I said, he needs a finish. Both fighters circling each other. Easy takedown for Sheard.
This time Brandon used the low kick, caught it, just drove right into Contreras. Has Contreras up against the cage now. It seems like he's just more content on controlling and scoring from the bottom here as opposed to passing. Contreras has that guard open. He has to be trying to sweep or go for submission. You can't just open your guard when you're on the bottom and not do something. When you open your guard, you either have to be going for a submission or for a sweep, because it leaves the opportunity for the top guy to pass. Contreras does have an underhook on one side, but it's really not doing anything. He's not using his hips. He's not trying to move his hips at all. And, he seems to be fighting like this is a 5-minute round. He's got 3 more rounds to go. This is the last round of a fight that he's lost the first 2 rounds on. And he definitely needs to go back to the drawing board and work more from that guard game.
Yeah, it seems he's just trying to hold position here, and he's not going to win the fight like that. And again, like I say, it's always an intimidating thing when you have a superior wrestler in your first fight, because you might not train. If you go to a small school, you might not have that many wrestlers to train with, so you don't know what that kind of pressure feels like. And that's the end of the fight. I got a 30-27 Sheard. I don't see how it could go any other way.
Yeah, not at all. Brandon won that fight. He won it with his wrestling. Good takedowns, and he did enough to win the fight.
Very animated, Sheard is.
Yeah, he's a really funny guy. He's always, when we were training together, he's always cracking jokes. Just a real good guy, really good guy.
Our CEO and co-founder, Sean Fowler, nicknamed him the Prima Donna. You can see he's out there just enjoying the spotlight right now. Dancing.
I think if Brandon was able to get down to 195, he'd be really dangerous. He was around 225, 230. He's dropping, so that should be the next logical step in his fight career, is to drop down to 185.
Yeah, 185 probably would be the perfect weight for him. He's only 5'10". He weighed in at 204, so even at light heavyweight, he weighed in light.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he could lose. I think it wouldn't be a problem making the cut. Usually fighters don't try to make the big cuts until they turn pro, but I think you should gradually, if that's your goal,
yes,
you should gradually try to get to your optimum fighting weight when you're an amateur, and that way you're not struggling and straining when you have your first pro fight.
Right. And Eric Del Fio and all the guys at Alliance have great game plans for their fighters, so that's probably going to be the case with Brandon.
Work on to go back to the drawing board to go off for your next fight.
Awesome. But I mean, he was right in my reach. I'm not a boxer. That's why I started my wrestling.
So what do we look forward to in your next fight?